I recently built a casino to try and enslave my friends on a Minecraft server using machines from this lovely chap, and it totally worked. The casino threw off 100 diamonds a day for a time. But I also ended up enslaving myself as the time requirement to build, repair, fuel, and maintain the structure was countless hours per day. So I did the sensible thing that any addict should do and used a small nuclear device to detonate every single casino machine, hopefully freeing both myself and the server from the mess I'd created. Now my brain has to stop working on it. However, before that, I decided to build a craps table to try and entertain my customers, but if you look up craps table Minecraft, you'll either find bad decorations, the wrong game, or random mods. And there's a pretty good reason for that. Craps is a fairly complicated game with pretty easy basic rules, but pretty complex extra rules. There's 2 game phases with really specific swap conditions, and there's also 30 plus bet types, so it's easy to see why it's been avoided by the redstone community. Until today, and now I see why. Let's talk about betting. In this version, you bet with 10 diamond stacks, but you could use anything. I quite like the idea of using sign books or unique player heads for chips. We'll start with the most common bet, pass line. You can make a pass line bet before the main round begins by putting 10 diamonds in this shulker, and if the first roll in the round is 7 or 11, you win back double. If the first roll is 2, 3, or 12, though, you lose. And if it's something else, then the game switches to the on state, and that number becomes the fancy number. It's called the point. You have to roll that number again before you roll a 7, or you lose. Super simple, right? Don't pass the line is basically the opposite. You bet 10 diamonds that the first roll in the round will be either 2 or 3, or that after the fancy number the point is rolled, that it will not be rolled again before 7 is. If the first roll in the round is 12, you get to keep your bet though. If you prefer a more simple bet, you can also bet on the field, which basically means bet 10 diamonds, and if the next number is 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, or 12, you win back double diamonds. However, if a 5, 6, 7, or 8 is rolled, you lose. You can place this at any time, it's just active for one roll. The last bet I've included is called a place bet. You basically bet that a certain number is going to be rolled before 7. And this one doesn't just pay out a static 20 diamonds double, it can pay out more depending on how rare the number is. In this case, rolling a 9 before a 7 pays out 24 diamonds. You get extra 4. You can make multiple bets at the same time, and other players can bet against you or with you at the same time. Just not more than 2 pass line and don't pass line bets, and not more than 1 field and place bet, respectively. So that's craps for you. Not complicated enough? Let's make it 10,000 times worse. I'll quickly explain how this system works. A random shulker box selector will generate 2 signal strengths that represent dice. These are added together by this adder and sent throughout the circuit to various machines. When the game is off, this decoder manages looking for the point value, or winning or losing pass line and don't pass line bets. When the right conditions are triggered, this bulb will swap between the on and off game states. This D-latch stores the point when the game is on and doesn't let go of it until the game goes off again. For field bets, the decoder has glass on top of it to only let the special signal strengths for a field bet through. Place bets are a bit more complex. This lectern value is compared directly with the dice value, and the payout is triggered if they match and the game state is on. For the pay-in and payout systems, this system only takes in diamonds and registers when 10 of them have passed through with this hopper clock, and activates this bulb to register a bet. This AND gate conjoins with the payout triggers. If a bet has been placed and the payout triggers, then this light blue circuit will be pulsed and pay out 20 diamonds. For place bets, these gray signals will pay out extra for the riskier bets. These magenta circuits will then sync all bets that were lost. I've included a world download, but no schematic yet, because you should not build this. Now that it's less theoretical in my mind, I intend to make a better version of the machine that hopefully processes much faster, is a bit more compact and survival-friendly, allows betting any amount of currency, not just 10 diamonds, allows more bet types, and maybe even allows all bet types from the same spamming spot. Great. Bye.